How are you?
I am fantastic. How was your day?
Oh, it was good. Had a good nap and submitted some poems and stuff. Listened to some Chopin, different music.
So what do you do for like a job? Where do you work?
uh, right now I'm helping a friend, like a caregiver thing,
Oh
where
yeah.
she's disabled, so I just go over there and help clean up and make sure everything's okay.
Dude, I tried to
Cook.
do one of those jobs like that last year, but like no one would ever like hire me, I guess. It was kind of a sketchy corporation that like it was weird.
Oh, well, you seem like a caring guy. Like you'll
Yeah,
be
but
good
like
at it.
it's all done through like they made their own app and everything, and
Yeah.
it was real weird and shady, and like no one would ever hire
Oh,
me. It was like Uber Eats but for like caregivers, and people like look at your profile and they'll hire you or not hire you, and like no one ever hired me, so like I just never did it.
oh, I'm sure
Yeah,
maybe it's different for each state, like the protocols and everything. You're in Oklahoma, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's probably different, but hopefully it works out for you.
yeah. So when do you get into poetry? And wait, do you
Uh,
need like water or anything before we begin?
no, I have some Gatorade right here,
All
so
right.
I'm good. Yep. Uh, I guess I can go back to like hip hop again, like listening to like it was written and Nas and everything, and starting to just write a little bit when I was a teenager.
What's the best
Um,
Nas?
I think I like It Was Written the most. His second album, released in 1996. It's just, I know Illmatic gets a lot of praise and everything. It's good too, though.
Do you ever listen to Pharoah Monch?
Yeah, yeah. Desire, I know that album. He was
He's
with
like
Raucous Records, I think.
He's like the only guy I know. I just know like one deep cut, and then that's it. And then
He's
they're like,
good.
"This is war" or something.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
Hmm.
really good.
So
But
how do you? So do you want when you start like you want to rap? Do you like write down everything,
um,
or do you just want to do poetry?
yeah, poetry, mostly just poetry. I was inspired by hip hop in the beginning, and then I started reading like poetry in the library and getting books on a whim, and it just worked out. It just blew my mind how expressive you can be with words, and
But was it like your school library? Like what got you to go to the library and like check out books? Was like there someone that inspired you specifically, or was it just like an interest or like curiosity?
yeah, it was mostly an inward curiosity just to try it out. I went to a library, a public library here in Detroit, and got it. I don't know what made me do it, but it just it started, and then I started journaling and writing down affirmations and things like that and meditating. And all this happened when I was around 19 or 20. So I got a late start, but it all worked out.
How were you in high school?
I was terrible. My parents, they deal with substance abuse and addiction. So I grew up in that environment. And I,
What substance?
heroin,
Oh,
crack cocaine, uh, liquor, all you can name it. They were involved, but so it was a tough upbringing. But I had books. My mom always read like romantic uh, books and everything, so I always saw her reading, and I would read like Green Eggs and Ham and everything when I was a kid. But yeah, I forgot what was I saying. What was your
talk about
question?
heroin and stuff. Did you ever try that?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
I don't even smoke cigarettes. I tried it, but I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't think they're very good. Like I always
Yeah,
had friends that like smoked, and they'd ask me if I wanted to. And I was like, "No, I'm good."
yeah, yeah.
So okay, was it like everyone doing heroin around you? I don't want to like focus just on this, but I'm just interested.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's okay.
so
My
like,
parents.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So like,
I didn't
you're
mean.
growing up. How many people? Like, is it like widespread, like everyone around you, or is it just your
Yeah,
parents?
my parents, my entire like extended family, all my parents' friends were into it. So I'll give you a little backstory. Uh, so I grew up here in Detroit, but I moved around a lot. Like I lived all around the city. And when my family first got evicted, I was like 6. And that started this whole journey of living with relatives, living with me and my mother. We lived with her abusive boyfriend, physically abusive. And that lasted till I was about 16. And we
Damn.
finally got into public housing. And that's when I went to community college when I was about 18. I did
But like,
terrible again.
even though like you're like in those surroundings, did you do anything for fun? Like, did you hang out with friends?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hang out with friends. Tried, did all the typical things, marijuana, and you know, drinking sometimes. But
But did you like
um,
watch TV? Did you play games?
oh yeah, yeah. Big into video games. Big into film, and yeah, video games was like an escape,
I
like
bet.
Super Mario and different things like that. And I still play them sometimes, though. It's a
Mhm.
good comfort. Yep.
So okay, so your transition into poetry is after high school?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Okay, and then so what did you so were you just like oh, I'm gonna be a writer? Like what'd you see? What were you
Oh,
reading? What like thought like I
oh
can go
yeah.
do this?
I think it started when I started reading James Baldwin.
Mhm.
That's when I was like, okay, I can start. Uh, if I take it really serious, I can do it. And I have like notebooks of old poems that I wrote, and I didn't want to share them. I was scared to share them. Then I started branching out into fiction and nonfiction, than micros. But I think poetry is the main basis for my creativity. Yeah.
Did you ever were there ever like slam poem people down there?
Uh,
'Cause that's
Um,
like a thing.
yeah, it is. I never tried it, but they have them around the city. Like I did some readings, like around Detroit, East Side Reading Series, and I read at the main library, but I never did slam. I don't think
Okay,
I'm.
because some poets that come on here, they're always talking about how slam poems like that was like one of the first thing they saw when they were in college, and then that's how they got into it. I
Oh,
like that
yeah,
that you stayed away from it. You're like, "I'm not doing that."
yeah, yeah. I don't like slam poetry.
Yeah, they're a bit too
That's-
angry.
but yeah, Pablo Neruda helped me.
Oh,
Um,
damn.
James Baldwin, Ai Ogawa. She's lesser known, but Dylan Thomas. Uh, just so many. Sylvia Plath, of course. Emily Dickinson.
Now, do you have
Yeah,
friends that are also doing this with you, or is it just you?
uh, yeah, just me. Growing up, we moved so much. Like I went to like maybe 12 different schools just
Damn,
growing up. So I never had like childhood friends. I would make friends, but I would move like the next week. But
damn.
yeah, it was crazy, man. And it wasn't until I got into community college, I went a second time. After I went the first time and I made the dean's list, I did really well, and that built my confidence. And I met some mentors who helped me, just push me along, and I'm still friends with them. So that was a
That's good.
great. I think community college helped me just grow into who I'm trying to be.
You said you wanted to read a poem. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have it
Alright,
right here.
cool.
Um, it's called "Your Heart's a Block of Lapis Lazuli Hidden in Snow."
Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
Yeah, your heart's a block of lapis lazuli hidden in snow. Like
What's
lapis
this?
lazuli, it's a stone, like a crystal blue.
Okay.
It's like cobalt blue. Uh, your heart's a block of lapis lazuli hidden in snow, like a shrine of prayer, flower stems in your throat, left my blighted shell, came like spring daffodils, silent prayers and refrains of innocence before sprawling rain. Came the cup I drink from, which often spills, repentant honor among men's a vain thrill. My moral compass spins whenever you enter my thoughts. The tapestry of Homo sapiens I can't defend, but my heart's pursuant of crime. Obliged to grow like moss, raised at a young age, I was sagacious, only to be left spiritually lost, confined to places I didn't belong. Engaged with vices strong, feelings before an effaced moon. My mind's a series of detours into tombs. Like druids, we imagine more than we find. I came out of the river, splintered in real time. My own home's a forest path subdued by tall pines. I no longer need the stars if I have your eyes. I love you, and I hope my thoughts don't deter you. You coax flame until we will birth you, make life more real. Other women are here, but have no appeal. I've accepted I am no one else's. I can't pretend to be mentally here. My eyes brimmed in the lift, lost footing in your absence, required spires the morning after and nights before, but it's only holy when I hold you and then clothe you. You were exposed to Florida, required belief we were altered by the ocean ruin. My appearance was held captive, like attempts to convey in verse that which eludes words. Your faults, I absolve them. I'm thinking of our undeveloped Polaroids, how the mind invites mysteries that the heart avoids. Alabaster blades of grass, spellcaster, not meant to last. Move faster, fell inward. The sea's a circle of stones placed in a cage. Habitual words taking shape, displaced human race, braced for being seen. A lifelong departure, a flux of seeds. My realized being and other curses, questions for stained glass. Kisses given depth at last, occupied by distraction. Stepped into yearning with deep pockets, held my ID beneath the faucet and washed it, still toxic. Minds lush with paranoia, but if we had kids, we'd spoil them. I'd annoy them and teach them smiling's the darkest art, apart from not growing. Purity is a chasm I don't fathom. The medications I'm taking make me productive in phases. We can stand to face each other naked, hands placed at our sides. After a while, our breaths may coincide. Thank you, man. Thank
Oh,
you.
no problem. Thank you for reading that.
Thank you for letting. This is my first time reading that one. It's
I
pretty
like that.
long.
Who's the speaker speaking to in your mind?
It's actually kind of autobiographical. It's me speaking to my ex-girlfriend or ex-fiance about just it's like a closure thing, I think. You know, it's like thank you, and we're still good friends though. So it's just me saying goodbye or
Where'd you
uh
meet her?
oh, it's funny. I met her in an anger management class,
Mm-hmm.
actually. And I gave her my number and she called me and we were together for about a decade, long time.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you end up
Long
there? Is that a good place to
um
meet people?
no
Oh.
I don't well I I just I was so in my shell. Like I was so um afraid and shy growing up. And I felt like that'll be even though I didn't need it, I thought it'll be a good thing for me just to get out of my shell, do something different. And it was good. It was a good learning experience.
So you voluntarily went to like a anger management thing?
Yeah. Yep. It was a community center. It was like a YMCA thing,
Mm-hmm.
Detroit. It's closed now, but They had
Did it help
like,
you? Did it like help you like vent your anger in other ways?
yeah, it helped me just process my triggers, like find out racing thoughts. And I have a, we all have triggers from childhood, and I had a lot that I didn't know that I had. Like I took it when I was about 21. Like I had just started writing poetry, and my ex, she encouraged me to write. She encouraged me to go to college. She was really good for me.
Was she the instructor?
No, no,
Oh, okay.
no. She was another participant.
What's like your angriest act that you did? Did you ever like punch a hole in the wall or anything?
Oh man, what did I do? I think I
Like,
threw rocks at some guy's house, like when I was a teenager, and he came out trying to fight me, and I ran away. I
oh, nice.
was like, "Oh
What'd he
crap!"
do?
Huh?
What'd he do?
Oh, he just kept like yelling at me and like rushing towards me, but I just kept walking away. He was like, "Come on, guy, come on, let's fight." I'm like, no, no, no.
So, what was your
No.
first date like with your ex?
Oh man. Oh, okay. We would just talk on the phone a lot. I didn't have a car at the time, so I couldn't uh, go and take her out. And but I would read her poetry, write her poetry, read the Bible to her, just read over the phone and talk on a lot. We talked so much. It was really a good relationship for it. We both needed each other at that time. I think it was really good. We're still good friends. We talk. Uh, really appreciate her.
So, what happened?
Uh, I think it wasn't any infidelity or anything. It was just I think we outgrew each other.
Hmm.
Like we stopped growing, I think, as a couple, and we will argue more. Like we never argued. Then we started arguing, and I eventually left. I went into a shelter. I don't want to get dark again, but
Oh, you're good.
yeah, I went. Huh?
You're good.
Okay.
I've had
Yeah, I
the
went.
response. I had the response pod people on here, and it got pretty dark with them. So,
Okay. Yeah, I went to a shelter here in downtown Detroit for about 3 months, and yeah, it was just it got ugly. It never got physical or verbal or anything. It was just time to split ways.
well,
But
what do you mean ugly?
I mean, it didn't get it. We just argued and said mean things to each other. Like it was just time for us to part.
What was
And
your
we
worst
never.
insult?
Uh, what did I say? Let me think. I I I said like you're not the best person. Like you're really mean. You smoke cigarettes a lot, and stuff like that. Um,
What brand of cigarettes?
Marlboro
Okay,
Light.
it's
Yeah,
the worst.
she's. Yeah, and then when I got into the shelter, that was another like learning experience. It helped me just gain more confidence again and be more independent. My worker was amazing. She helped me, and I got to give a shout out to Sarah Clark of Anomaly magazine. She started a GoFundMe and helped me get into my own place here. So
I think I've heard of Anomaly.
yeah, I worked for him, volunteered there for a bit, but I had to take a break because
And are
I'm
they
taking.
internet based?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and they're from Detroit.
No, I think they're international,
Oh,
but
okay.
Sarah's the main like driving force behind it. And thank you to everybody who donated, and shout out to everybody in Indie Lit too that
When did this
just
happen?
support. Um, it was the day after Christmas.
Like this year?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh shit!
um,
Really?
yeah. From December 26th to like my birthday, March 27th. And I moved here when I was about around my birthday, but I was homeless for about 3 years, 3 months. I'm sorry, 3 months from December, and yeah, man, it's just been a crazy journey. It's just crazy.
So, did you ever hang out with the Response Pod people?
Oh no, I know, I know Plastic Bagger. I know David and Emily Seporia. So I never hung out with them though, but we interact on Twitter and everything. I
Because
think he
they're
lives on
from
the west side.
Detroit.
Yeah, yeah. Lyndon, he's from here. I know, but I haven't hung out with him yet. Hopefully soon.
They have a huge house, I think.
They do? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
they're doing well.
That's cool. Yeah, awesome.
So, how was it being? How was the 3 months? Like on a day
Oh
to day
man.
basis?
Oh yeah, we would. It was just crazy. It was fight. There were fights every day because we had to line up in like a line, and the line was like it was like 150 people, 150 men, and so you know, and when half of the line would eat, the other half would have to wait until the other half finished eating, and it was just crazy, man. Just um,
So, like, you're waiting for the other group to finish eating. Like, what do you? Are you like in a hallway?
yeah, you're standing in a room just in a line, and then they once it clears out, they bring the rest in, then they eat, and you had to be back. I think it was 10:45 at night before you had to come in every day. You couldn't miss a day. And yeah, I had a great worker though. My caseworker was amazing. Shout out to her. And
You still talk to
yeah.
her?
No, 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 no. I plan to go back and donate some stuff and help out more and volunteer. Hopefully, once I get things settled here, because it's been just crazy, you know. But
So,
I'm go ahead.
were you submitting at this point? Still submitting poems and shit?
Yeah, that poem I read was written in that shelter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, and I was still submitting. I would go to the library and walk up there and submit poems. And Elizabeth Ellen of Hobart, she helped me out a lot. She was awesome.
What'd she do?
She published my two essays about being homeless in Hobart, and she was just supportive. She would text me. I know you just had her on, right, with Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Elizabeth is amazing, man.
Now,
Wish she was still.
what was her like messages like?
She was like, you know, just keep the faith, stay strong, and she would still challenge me to be a better writer at the same time.
Like how?
Like the last essay I sent, it was not to the standard where it could have been. I think I was rushing it.
What did she say?
She said, just try to rewrite it and dig deeper and, you know, pull something else out and think about this and maybe you
Do you
should
have the
try this.
message? Do you still have the message?
Let me see. So
Hmm.
I can read that. That's
Okay.
cool. Yeah, she said, brilliant, brave, beautiful, poetic, powerful. Thank you so much for working on this. It is staggeringly perfect and gorgeous, and I am beyond grateful to take it for Hobart. I greatly admire your fierceness and perseverance. You are beyond courageous and inspiring me to stop being so freaking lazy and self pitying and take control of my life and writing again. Truly, thank you for showing me courage and determination and self accountability. And she sent the heart and heart emoji, things like that.
That's nice of her.
Yeah, yeah, she really helped me a lot. Like,
So how'd you find out about Hobart?
she DM'd me on Twitter and she read one of my previous stories and Was it? I can't remember uh, the magazine, but she read it and she requested some work from me, and I sent it
When?
to her. That was, I think, last year. Yeah, sometime last year, last summer or May. And she, so I sent her some poems. Yeah, it was last. I think it was in September, last September. And she edits really well. She's really good. She has a really good eye, and she lives here in Michigan too. So hopefully all of us can hang out one day. But she's amazing, man. I wish she was still on Twitter.
So how far away is Ann Arbor from Detroit?
Ann Arbor is maybe about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Um, it's not too far. I know I've been there. It's a great place. Of course, it's a college town and
Now,
everything.
did you have any opinions about her contacting you? Did you know who she was?
I had just a vague idea. I hadn't read anything on Hobart yet, and I was just getting my feet wet in Twitter, like focusing on, making connections and stuff.
You weren't like
But
apprehensive.
oh no, no, no.
You
I
weren't like,
had
how am I going to get an agent now if I submit to
no.
Hobart?
Hopefully, I don't ever need an agent. I don't want.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that like poets don't have agents or something.
Yeah, I know. It's like poetry is like the on the margins, but I think it's awesome, man. Like, it's so many different voices out there. So I think we're in a good place.
Now, when she solicits you, does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it's been happening so much where I'm running out of material to meet the request, but I'm grateful for it though. It's really, really good. I write a lot. Like, I'm always reading. Like, a typical day for me, I'm really boring. Like, I meditate, shower, and I listen to music. I have a guitar too, but I'm not good at it. I like to play it sometimes.
Is there any place in Detroit you always go to, or do you like go to a park or anything?
Oh yeah, Belle Isle is amazing. It's like a little island here, and it's a good place. They have a terrarium and different things like that, like nature. I like to go there. I like libraries. I think
You,
libraries and bookstores are my favorite.
what's the best bookstore down there?
This one I worked at, John King Bookstore, used bookstore. It's like in a factory. It's like a former factory. It's like 4 floors. This amazing, amazing place.
And you
You
said
gotta,
David and those guys were on the west side.
I think so. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think they are on the west side. But
Is the west side like the rich upper class people?
yeah, that's what in Detroit, a lot of people think that the west side is like bougie or whatever, and the east side is country. That's where I
Hmm.
live on the east side. But
Do you think
I
David's
live
bougie?
no, David he's cool, man.
Hmm.
He's cool. Yeah. Gotta support him. And
I saw
Lyndon,
their I saw their charity thing. Like it must have been the same time you were doing yours. There must have been something going on down in there in Detroit.
oh yeah, some in the water.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't see you until post pop like
Yeah,
asked you for work, and then that's how I
yeah.
found out about you.
Oh man, thank you for Tyler for reaching out, man. And yeah, post pop was amazing. Great opportunity. He only solicits work, and
Hmm.
so that was a good opportunity. And it seemed like it got a good response from people, and it was
So
amazing.
when did you first like come into like the indie lit kind of spaces online?
It was like last fall is when I really started focusing on sharing my work and really started because I was like torn between should I get a job and you know and I worked in a uh, manufacturing plant. I worked a lot of different jobs, so many different jobs. But my last one was in a Chrysler, like in a automotive plant and everything. So that was crazy, and I couldn't write. Like I couldn't be creative in that space. It
I
was good
bet.
money. Yeah,
Oh, it was?
yeah, it was good, but the
How much?
I can't go into
All
it.
right.
But um it was it stifled my creativity, so I couldn't do it anymore.
I bet,
You know?
dude. I bet a plant would like just tire you the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's like it's grease everywhere and oil and stinks and people are mean and got supervisors
Ugh,
down your neck. Yeah.
I hate supervisors, bro. The worst,
Yep.
especially in a plant. Why would? Yeah, I guess you would just be mean and nasty if you were like working in a plant.
Yeah, it's just not it worked for a while, but that was another reason why me and
Were there
my ex broke.
fights in the plant?
Yeah, yeah, man, all the time. Just bunch of testosterone everywhere, and and people breaking up fights, starting fights, arguments, all type of stuff. Anything you can imagine.
So, what was your last day like?
Mm, my last day, I was happy because I knew I wasn't coming back. And I was like, forget this, man, and
Did you tell
just try
anyone?
to. Nope, no, I didn't tell anybody that I work with on my team. You know, and
How many people did you have on your team?
there was about 6 or 8, and
Mhm.
then we would rotate. We would take different jobs. My main job was the brake line. I would put in the brake line,
How do you
but
put
it
in a
was
brake line?
you got to grab this like the brake line on the rack. Excuse me, on the rack, and then you slide it through the frame of the vehicle. Like we got it on the line. It was a line, so the vehicle would come down, and I got to put it through the frame of it, and it was a whole procedure. Like,
How many times are you doing that, and how long does it take to put it in?
oh man, I had to be quick. But how many times? Maybe 1,000. I worked 10-hour shifts.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
So that's all you're doing is like putting those in the cars. Holy
yep.
shit, dude!
And then they had different jobs, or
But
like,
don't you get
I,
tired of like putting the thing in the car
yes,
and
yeah.
like it doesn't? Do you ever like it doesn't go in all the way or something happens?
Oh yeah, if you mess up, they somebody might help me, like the supervisor, but it was really easy. Like that was the
Okay.
easiest job. And then got to harder job where I had to install the battery and
Ooh.
man, and the electric. That was the hardest one, the electronics and everything. So we would all be around the vehicle, the frame of the vehicle, and we would be working on it. But I never really connected to it, and I couldn't sacrifice the creativity. I'm
Were there
glad.
people there that have been there for like 50 years and shit?
Yeah, yeah. And you
Damn.
could tell they're like unhappy. They're pointing out all your flaws or things they think are flaws, and um, yeah, it's not a good environment for creativity at all.
No,
Yeah.
I bet. Fuck. So
Yeah.
where do you go after that?
That's when I started focusing on writing, trying to write a manuscript, trying to write a
So
memoir
what was
too.
the first like online site you went to?
What's that?
Like what's the first like website like after
Oh,
you leave that job?
let me think.
Because you kind of like exist within like this alt lit space, and it's interesting that your emergence in this space.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. And I think I left there in 2023, like in April. And so that's when I really started putting my foot on the gas. I can't remember exactly what magazine I sent something to,
So what was the place that Elizabeth Ellen? What did she read? Like what magazine was she
Oh,
reading?
let me look it up. Let me see. I can't remember it for some reason. It's damn, what is the name of that? Let me look it up real quick.
Is it still
Uh,
around?
yeah, yep. It just escapes me at the moment. Um, let me see.
Maybe it was Aaron Birch's magazine, or
It
maybe it
was
was a
called
magazine.
Water.
Water,
Yeah, Water. Oh, anti-heroin chic. Anti-heroin chic. Yeah,
anti-heroin chic.
yeah.
So what
Came
brings
out.
you to that magazine?
Uh,
Do they
I had.
have they even like experienced heroin, or is that just like an ironic name?
I think the um, editor in chief has experienced it. I'm not sure though, but
Hmm.
it's like um, what brought me to it was I had read some things on the website. I liked it and had read their mission statement, and I thought it was a good fit. And yeah, that story. It's
So
about
you actually
it's
read
like a
magazines?
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
probably a good thing.
yeah. I better read them. And that was just a fiction story. And Elizabeth, she read it and liked it. It was about just being in Detroit. Um, Here we have a lot of Coney Islands, so
Wait, what
that's
do you
how it ended.
mean?
Hmm.
Like Coney Island's like the pier, or like just like the little hot dog stores?
Yeah, the hot dog joints, and the
Because we have
story
like
ends with
one.
you have
In,
one.
yeah, just in Tulsa, there's like one little hot dog store. Not just like one
Oh,
hot dog store, but like there's only like one Coney Island. They're pretty good, but
okay,
they're like pretty small.
okay, yeah. Here it's like on every different corner. You go down the street, it's Coney Island here, and
Would you ever work
I
there?
guess no, no.
Yeah.
I can cook pretty good, but I never. I thought about being a chef, but I really want to dedicate myself to writing. So but I can cook pretty good, man. I can cook something tasty. I think my favorite dish to make is probably fish, like
Yeah.
tilapia or cod. It's
I'm
really good.
surprised Elizabeth Allen's out there reading magazines. Because a lot of editors, they only focus in on their like their own shit.
Yeah, their own like nexus, and but
Yeah.
she's really down to earth, man. And we were supposed to do some readings this year here in Michigan, but I kind of dropped the ball.
But what happened?
I don't know. We just never, it never came together. I just emailed her the other day and
Yeah.
got back in touch with her. And I got to send her something too. Because I sent her something, but it got accepted before she had a chance to accept it. So I got to make something special for her.
Did you see her thing on Twitter, like her crash out on Twitter?
No, no,
That's
no, no.
good.
Yeah, man.
You're
She
not
get,
judgy or anything.
oh, no, no, no. Man, she's awesome, man. She's really good.
Good.
And she has a good sense of humor. She don't take herself too seriously, but she's super talented and really kind-hearted.
Have you sent anything to Aaron Birch from like the his stuff? Had or whatever.
Oh, I tried. I can never make the deadline. It's so quick. It's so
Yeah.
fast. And and I think I can write something good, but I can
You have
never
to have like something already prepared almost.
yeah. And
Like for like some
it's
random thing.
yeah, it's kind of specific too, like the cause they're like, but I think it's good to have variety like that. Um
Yeah, I think also they're kind of like what I've explained to people is like they're kind of subverting the what like literary magazines used to do where they used to be very like formal and like business like and corporate like and like they're kind of just fucking around. That's their way of doing that. A lot of people don't understand it, and that's how I try to explain it. That's what I think they're doing. I don't know for specific. So how would you
yeah.
if you ran a magazine, what would you do?
Wow, man. I would probably have like a year, like kind of like Burial Magazine. He has 5 years, like ZH. But
Hmm.
I would make it maybe a year where you can't submit, and I would probably have it as nonfiction, poetry, and fiction, and
Hmm.
hybrid, like all types of literature. Um, I don't know what I would name it yet, but it would be awesome, man.
Would you ever do a podcast with Elizabeth Ellen?
Yeah, I would try to. Like, that would be awesome, man. I would love to do something like that. Yeah.
Have there been other editors that have inspired you? I feel like I'm
Hmm.
getting too pro Elizabeth Ellen, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, she deserves it.
I like how she's supporting all these younger writers now.
Yeah. What other editor? And Broad
ZH.
Lit.
Who?
Yeah, ZH. Oh, ZH. Definitely. And Taylor Francis Steele from Broad Lit. She gave me a lot of good feedback and accepted one of my poems. The first poem that I had published when I was in a shelter. Like, she gave me good feedback. Then let me think about
If you could
what
run
else.
your own oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
If you could run your own shelter, how would you run it?
Oh man. Um I would make it I don't know how I would do that. Let me think. I think I was thinking about if I would have it as a family shelter or men's shelter. But I would probably have a family shelter, just to keep the families together, and that's important,
Yeah.
support thing.
I never even thought about that, like how families get split apart because of shelters and shit.
Yeah, me neither. That's what took me so long to answer. Like, it's so hard when, families get split up. So I would definitely try to keep the
Do they
children and
really
mother.
split up families because of shelters? That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because men can't, some of them just take women and children, some take men. And it took me a long time to find a shelter to go to. Like, I had to make a lot of phone calls, I had to
It's a
get
lot
on
of
a
work.
list. Yeah, yep. That's a lot of, I almost went into a shelter when I was a kid, but I begged my mom not to do it. Like, I'm like,
That's
oh my God.
that's scary. Jeez. Do they have like
Yeah.
shelters for kids? That's crazy.
Yeah, they have them for like families and children, like mothers and children. Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, it's crazy, man.
So what movies inspire you? Or do you want to talk about that Taylor person?
Oh, Taylor Francis Steele. Yeah, she's good. She gave me some good feedback. Brawl is amazing, man. They're really good. But
What's it
right
called?
now, Brawl lit, like a brawl.
Okay.
Um, and I'm watching Severance right now for the first time. So, and then I like Black Mirror. I like that. What else? I watch films. I like, last one I watched that really helped me was Blue Velvet. That was really
You like
amazing.
strange stuff, like surreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah. Like,
describe yourself as like an abstract imagist or something.
yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Imagism was a movement in poetry where it was less about um like narrative and stuff, and more about like impressing a big image on the reader. So I think my poems have a lot of images in them, so I just went with that.
Who's your favorite imagist?
Mm, abstract images. I think it's this lady. I forgot her name. HD, I think. She's really good.
HG?
Yeah, HD, I think. I
Uh,
just read a little bit of her, but it really stuck with me. There was a small group of them, so that's what
what
I.
what poetry are you reading right now?
I was just reading. Let me see. Um, uh, Walt Whitman's "Leaves of Grass."
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the deathbed edition. So I was reading that, and then I'm
What's that?
reading.
What's the difference between the editions?
Mm, so he wrote it throughout his life, and there's so many different editions. I think the deathbed is where he kind of finalized it and said, "This is the closest I can get to what I need," or uh, the
So
closest
he
to.
rewrote it?
Yeah, he kept rewriting it throughout his life. He
What essay
kept.
collections do you like?
I
And
like
was
against.
wait, before that, did any of his poems hit you?
Yeah, a lot of them. Just Song to Myself, of course, and a lot. I just started like a few days ago. I dip in and out, just
Mhm.
read different pages, different chapters and things.
Do you wanna read another one of yours?
Uh, you want to hear another one?
Yeah, I
Another
think I'll
poem?
stop about in 10 minutes, so we'll do, like, an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. I'll read a darker poem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
One
after
I
that, can
haven't.
we read the Hobart one?
The Hobart poem. Yeah. Oh, let me read that one.
Okay.
Let me read that one. Yeah. Let me see. Um, Hobart. Would you like me to read the essay or the poem?
How long is the essay?
Let me see. I think it's like um hold on. I can tell you. It's two of them. Oh, let me look up the shortest one. It's about the same. It's not very long.
Alright, you can read it since we were talking about it.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. This is the last one. It was released February 21st. It's called Notes on Leaving. 2 months ago, I waited 3 hours outside my ex fiance's house for the police to arrive. We had lived together for 14 years until she decided to evict me. Earlier that morning, she took the keys from me and demanded that I leave immediately. She said that God told her it was time for me to go. When I questioned her, she became more reactionary and emotionally entrenched. I took some clothes and drove to a shelter with minimal fuel in the tank. They told me there was no room for me at this time and gave me papers with resources for warming centers. By the time I got turned away from the second shelter, the gas tank was close to empty. When the police arrived, she pretended not to be home and refused to answer her phone when the policeman called. Earlier that day, while visiting shelters, I spoke with other policemen who told me she was carrying out an illegal eviction and that I should return to the residence. When it became clear that she would not come to the door, the policemen departed, but not before relaying that since I'd been living in the house for a number of years and the eviction was in the preliminary stage, I could enter the home by any means I saw fit. I jumped the backyard fence and tried to open the window housing the air conditioner, but before I could get started, my ex appeared with the Louisville Slugger and proceeded to push my hands away with it. I called the police again, and after an hour, they decided it was best that I go elsewhere. Since I had no support system or savings, a patrol car dropped me off at a men's shelter near the heart of Detroit. My first night was the day after Christmas. Immediately following my entrance, a feeling like an immense wave came over me. I remember dissociating momentarily as I interacted with the residents, most of which were men between the ages of 45 and 60 years of age. Tony, an Army veteran, uh, told me to stop it with the timid shit as we stood in line for the microwave. After reflecting, My heart soon abandoned timidity and began seeking new forms of courage and understanding. He was right. I was on my own amid harsher elements. I soon learned that I stepped foot in a place bearing the attributes of an incinerator. I eventually came to know Carvin, who was a writer of Facebook posts meditating on God's nature. He often told me that the Lord placed an anointing on me and that this was only a temporary stop where I was to bear witness. The first month at the shelter was the hardest in that I was tested in every area of mental and spiritual fortitude. Letting go became my personal mantra whenever circumstances seemed unbearable. The Bible illustrates that considering God's every word is not an endeavor steeped in safety. This kind of life requires the renunciation of all we secretly desire. When I accepted that my ex fiance did not meet my needs as a partner, a taut weight was lifted from my thoughts. Weeks before entering the shelter, I watched the film Blue Velvet by David Lynch at my ex's house inside my former man cave. The film unsettled me on a deep level, and a similar feeling pervaded my senses when I moved into the shelter. Similar to Apocalypse Now and Full Metal Jacket, it's a meditation on maladaptation and untempered obsession. Fate rendered me exposed in ways I could not have previously imagined. I'm writing this while sitting on my shelter cot. So let me see. I went from having a truck and living in a 3-bedroom home to relocating to an overcrowded men's shelter in Midtown Detroit. My heart raced against my will for much of my youth, regardless of the circumstances. I'm learning that I must listen to myself and God. Cycles of violence and addiction pervade my current residence. Perhaps against my better judgment, I've diffused multiple arguments before fists were thrown. The staff discovers residents smoking crack in bathrooms on a daily basis, and for more than a week, there has been no working heat in the building. The majority of residents live with untreated mental illness and practice forms of self-medication. Some drink alcohol, and others carry on conversations with themselves. Many have a military background, physical disabilities, and cognitive impairments. Prayer and meditation now comprise my private routine. Naturally, I cherish much more than I previously overlooked and took for granted. I hope to expand the circumference of my understanding day by day. Over a decade ago, my mom and I prayed together in our living room. She would often say that when two or more are gathered, Jesus was in their midst. Divine supplications transcend human comprehension, but are enacted by a heart surrendering to mercy. I no longer attempt to avoid the unknown or cope with self-harm and try my best to indulge in harmful forms of escape. However, my own humanity has limits that are difficult to circumvent. My mom and I have never been closer than we presently are, though she, like my dad, does not know about my current situation. She has stage 4 throat cancer, but it's currently in remission, and she's experiencing a high quality of life. She believes in me more than I could ever imagine. That's the end. Sorry I didn't know it was that long.
Can you read what's the other part?
The second part?
Yeah, I want to. Why did your ex kick you out?
I don't know, man.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
To make you
It
go through
was
that
just,
shit? Jesus.
yeah. I was mad for a long time.
I bet.
Yeah, I had to learn to forgive. But you want to hear the first one?
Yeah.
That was the second one. Okay. This was published in Hobart as well. It's called Wills Within Wills. Snow was falling when I arrived on an ambulance stretcher to a psychiatric hospital. A large tree loomed above my bewildered mind and inflamed body. I would experience emotional breakthroughs during my 48-hour stay. Upon entering, I saw bodies wrapped in blankets and coats spread across the wide floor. At this moment, the ENT told me that the building doubled as a shelter for the homeless of Detroit. My intake therapy session centered on the surfacing of my unique imperfections. For once I was made the living subject matter. My ex fiance dropped me off at the emergency room a few miles from the home she'd soon evict me from, in my car, which was soon to be repossessed. During my 48-hour stay, I experienced uncharted depths of insight and realization. A few months before, my ex wrote a letter saying that she was holding me back from being a great man. I experienced degrees of homelessness from the ages of 7 and 17. I was a victim of chronic neglect and psychological discord. The therapy session was conducted by two women of color who asked probing and unexpected questions. They began with que- queries pertaining to my inadequacies as a potential husband. The tree, washed in fluorescent light, continues to occupy swaths of my mind. Other parts of my memory are occupied by the screams and crashes I heard bellowing from the first floor in the early morning hours. Unexpected changes occurred in me during my time in the psych ward. It had been 14 years since I had been admitted to inpatient psychiatric care. Upon being discharged, my ex considered these changes disturbing, but I had not felt such focused serenity in my life. She was convinced that I was in the throes of a mental breakdown, and when I asserted that I was not, she shut down completely. Seeing her immovability, I relented and underwent two psychological evaluations conducted by separate doctors at a different hospital. Both residents questioned me at length and agreed that I was of sound mind, refusing to admit me to another psychiatric hospital. I came to understand that my ex still harbors unresolved animosity towards me for absurd reasons, and that she was the one in need of psychological care because of our split. She has the habit of projecting her insecurities and fears onto me, which lead to this which led to the dissolvement of our engagement. The bare tree stands at the center of my mind. An EMT member said it looked beautiful in the summertime. Now it was only a stoic monolith against the winter sky. I'd yet to live in a place I can call my own. Wisdom is an ideal that is worth pursuing at any cost, and I wrestle with these parameters day and night. Early one morning in the psych ward, I woke up and sat in the day area to read the book of Job. There was a great cacophony in the first floor shelter area. I likened the sounds to a medieval torture chamber. Before my realizations, my mind felt like an immense wheel within a wheel, submerged in a great body of water. There began a slow movement in the inner and outer wheels, and they began to lift themselves out of the water. I learned to pursue understanding and confront myself during each of life's transitions. So much confusion and pain had gone unacknowledged within the sky of my mind. However, at this time, I felt understood for the first time in years. When the subject of my ailing mother, who I recently reconnected with, came up, I nearly burst into sobs. Tears welled in my eyes, and I didn't try to fight them. My therapist told me that crying is only a sign that I'm a human being. Yep, there you go, man. I know it's crazy, right? It's a lot.
Man, what's your life? I mean,
Huh?
have you ever talked to Unity? I think they probably left by the time you got here.
Who was that?
Matthias.
Oh, no, no.
Okay. Yeah, they published a book with Hobart, and then they completely left the internet, and now they're just doing religious stuff down in New York.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they committed themselves to like religion and stuff.
Oh, they were in the lit community with Hobart.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they're very close
wow.
with Elizabeth Ellen.
I didn't even know that. Wow,
Yeah.
this is before my time.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for reading.
Thank you, Tyler, man, and appreciate you letting me read so much.
You need to hang out with David
Yeah, I
in their
think that'll be
huge
a lot of fun.
ass house where they could have housed you. Jeez.